Referrals are great, but the thing about it is that they're not a strategy. Think about this. You have a good friend of yours who you guys toss business back and forth between each other. They send a referral to you, and the first thing they're going to do is go and look you up, and they see a website that looks like 2012. That person's going to do one or two things. One, they're going to go back to the guy who referred them to you and say, what in the world? Or they're going to go and try to do some more investigation. But there's a seed of doubt about your business that now rests in them. And that's not something that you want if you're trying to grow and scale your business, especially if you're at that $1 million mark. So we're going to talk about why referral-based businesses need a website. Even if you can tell me all my business comes from referrals, I know all of it doesn't, but I'm saying if you get a lot, I'm going to show you why you still need a website. So let's get right into it. And if you like what I'm saying, go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel. So number one, referrals are still going to Google you. 87% of people still do online research, okay? Think about it. When you go buy something on Amazon, do you read the reviews? Do you look at the pictures? Do you watch the little video? Because you want to know that you're not going to buy a dud, right? Now, I know the person that may have referred you, you may trust that person, okay? But you're not helping on your end by not having something credible for them to look at, okay? So think about it from your buyer's point of view, your client's point of view. When you look at your website, does this scream credibility? Trust me, I can do this. If they're looking at something that's way outdated, it's complicated, and it totally can just turn them off. The user experience is all off, okay? So think about that. Yes, you're getting referrals, but think about the people that you missed as a result of losing credibility. All right, number two, your website helps to build credibility, as I said. 75 people are going to base or judge your website or judge your business based on your website. So they're not even seeing anything. They haven't even gotten to who you are, who you serve, what you do, what your secret sauce is, because they're just looking at this hideous site that looks like 2005. And they're like, what in the world? You know, did they even take the time to even care that we're in the 21st century? That's a big thing. That lost credibility and trust can be a huge defeat, especially if you're in a service-based business, if you're a lawyer, if you're a CPA, you're in one of those businesses where trust is a major factor. So your website essentially should be doing that heavy lifting for you. It should be converting leads. It should be getting people more, acclimated to who you are. It should be telling your story, but it can't do that if the presentation is all off. So I'll give you a good example. I was judging a web design contest, and I love the designs, but there was just one website that I looked at that everything was moving around. It was complicated. It just totally turned me off. And I left. And I let the person know that, hey, this is too much. Just like your website, if it's outdated, it's not mobile responsive, and that person's just trying to go and look on their phone real quick, and the website is just running across the page, that's going to turn them off. And the last thing you want to do is turn off people who you want to make your clients. Number three, referrals may not always scale. We know that building a business where you've gotten so far and you've been very successful, and a lot of that business came from your friends and word of mouth, and that's great. But here's something that you're possibly missing out on. A website that is fully optimized, SEO optimized, modern, clean look, has all the bells and whistles, a chatbot, all the things that you need based upon your business to engage visitors when they come, can multiply your reach beyond even your local area. If you're looking to expand and go into different markets, that website can help you. That can be your introduction to a whole new market, into a whole new type of client. People who work with you, your partners, they want to be able to say, hey, here's the guy that's going to work with us. They don't want to send people to some raggedy website. I'm just being honest. They want to send somebody to a website to a business that's taken the time to make those investments. It also validates your offers, especially if your website validates your offers for a pricey offering. You definitely want to make sure that it is presented in a way, it's educating, you're answering questions, You're giving more and you're going above and beyond than just here it is. Presenting those offers, benefits, case studies, testimonials, the whole nine can make a huge difference. And finally, it can qualify better leads. Yeah, you have referrals, but would it hurt to have leads being qualified on your website that can fill in the gaps in between those referrals? And you can say, well, I don't want a whole lot of customers if I charge at a certain level, and that's great too. But we also know that we're in very unpredictable times right now. And you may want to fall on that business because who knows what's going to happen. Every day things are changing. So why not be proactive and make sure that you're qualifying those leads on your website? I hope that I've been able to help you see, and I'm just going to do a real quick recap. Number one, people still Google you. Number two, credibility lives in your homepage. That is the first page people see, and you must make your great first impression. And three, referrals do not always scale. So this has been helpful to you. Grab my checklist, the high converting website checklist. It's going to give you the tea on what you need to make sure your website is converting. I'm not saying you have to do a total rehaul. I haven't seen your site. I would have to do a nice audit to tell you what you need. But in lieu of that, check out that checklist and get the actual tips that you need as a high growth, high level business that's going to make that website convert with you. Because who doesn't want more business, especially now? Thank you so much, and I will see you next week.